Now more than ever, our internet reliance is rapidly increasing. We stream our favourite shows, keep in touch with loved ones, and watch podcasts like The Brew, all on the internet. And we'd like to think that our information is safe, but as our online footprint increases, our information needs to be properly secure, Jay. We need it.
We need that proper security.
Yes.
Surfshark is a VPN service that protects your information by encrypting all the data that you send out through the internet. Another great reason to use VPN is because it can enable you to use services that are sometimes restricted in other countries. So things like Netflix, Amazon Prime, all that sort of stuff. When using a VPN, that lets you access other channels that you might not be able to access from the country that you're in.
And with Surfshark, you can solve that problem by simply changing your location. So you can be on the beach on holiday and set it back to the UK and watch the Premier League games with your normal streaming services.
Currently, Surfshark has an amazing deal. By using the code Paddock, you can get 81% off. That's 81%, which just sounds too good to be
ridiculous.
true.
And you also get 3 months free. And with Surfshark, you also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So use the link in the description and the code Paddock for 81% off, 3 months free, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Use Surfshark. You can't get better than that, Jay.
Couple of quid a month, you're laughing.
Ludicrous.
He's not seen Wayne's World, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Right, Ange?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, not bad, thanks.
Yeah.
Can't complain too much.
How's the redacted?
How's the what?
Redacted. That's he uses that word to avoid talking about certain topics.
Oh, right. Interesting. Put it that way.
Good word.
Yeah.
In case you don't know, this is Angelina Kelly from TalkSport Edge.
Yes.
Joining us. You know who he is. It's that bloke off YouTube and that, isn't it? I'm guessing you're a bit annoyed today.
As opposed to my usual sort of like...
As usual, jovial,
sort of
Yeah,
cheerful
cheerful
self.
self.
Because, listen, we respect that, certain decisions have been made, but United games have been postponed. Also, and this is why I thought you might be a bit annoyed, Grassroots games have been postponed.
We don't have a game anyway, but yeah.
Which I thought is a bit... Like, listen, I understand why they made that decision, but if you look at, like, what... And again, this is going to annoy you even more. Rugby union have done, which isn't your favourite sport. Well, there's...
Barely a sport,
yeah, okay, let's not get into that debate, because I don't even understand it, and I'm not arguing with you about that one. They've done a tweet saying, Rugby Union will go ahead this weekend as team supporters come together to honour Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, to be united in our grief and express sorrow at her passing. Rugby at its heart is about community and bringing people together in good times and sad. And there's a bigger statement that I won't bore you with. Kind of makes sense to me.
What I believe it's under is that football requires a bit more policing than people drinking each other's piss. So I think because of the amount of policing required for football, I think a lot of police have been recalled to London for various different duties, and I actually think that is the main reason behind why they've chose to do it, is that under-policing of Premier League stuff. I actually thought when the statement originally came out where the Department for Culture and Media and Sport sort of said, it's up to you lot as organisations to deal with it, I thought, we're going to be on it. And then within, 20 minutes or something, it was like, no.
Yeah. That makes sense, what you just said, though. And I think if they'd have said that, they said, listen, logistically, we've got a nightmare. You've got thousands of people going to Buckingham Palace.
It requires policing.
Yeah, you've got people who are having these impromptu sort of celebrations, or not commemorations, I should say.
It's frustrating, obviously. There's people travel from worldwide to watch Premier League football, right?
Yeah.
Literally the whole globe. That's going to be a nose for all of the people that have come for a postponed to who the Christ knows when that's going to be sort of game. If it was the same time as a funeral, 12 days of mourning seems a little bit on the excessive side. We would look at Tin Pot Nations and say that's the sort of thing that they kind of do.
Yeah.
I think it would be correct to have nothing going on the day of the funeral. I think that would be fair, right? And I don't think that many people would see their arse with that. But I think when you've got cricket's going on, rugby union's going on, this is going on, cancelling specific sort of things, that's okay, that's not okay. That's
Have they
weird.
announced the boxing yet?
I've not seen.
Did anyone know anything about the boxing?
Nothing was going on today, but obviously there's a big fight coming up at the weekend.
Right. But I believe the reason that we're not getting professional football is down to policing. The reason for Grassroots, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
The Clarissa Shield Savannah Marshall match fight has been postponed until October the 15th. So there's quite a few different, like you saying, Steve, there's different things having different, like rugby's on and like, you know, the boxing's not. I saw an interesting tweet by Rory Smith, and he was saying that with football, it's like the reaction would be different anyway. Like, when people are saying, oh, right, rugby's going ahead, that's great, and everyone's backing it, would you get a backlash from right-wing media if football went ahead? Do you know what I mean? Would it be like...
It went ahead yesterday.
I know, and
I know it was within an hour and a half of kick-off for a lot of games, but, like, you know, the EFL cancelled today's games yesterday, didn't they?
I'm slightly more annoyed at the idea to cancel the grassroots football. Because I feel like... I mean, it's all relative, but if you're going to postpone the football, I think you're right. Hotels, people booked hotels. You know that better than anyone. I mean, you've had people coming over to watch Paddock, bloody hell, from Canada or something. But someone before flown over for Canada at the Arsenal game, and he went, "I've not got a ticket for this. I've come over to watch Paddock." But you've got people that booked hotels, made flights and stuff like that, or you know, made arrangements.
And the women's football as well, because a lot of the games were being played in the men's stadiums, and now it's like when they have to rearrange those, it's not just rearranging fixtures. You've got to try and rearrange them to maybe still have them at the men's stadium. So it is. You understand, obviously, but I think for the Women's Super League starting this weekend, it was such a big moment after the Euros. It is sad, but.
Yeah,
grassroots clubs. I mean, grassroots is a very broad term, but even if you just said non-league clubs, so I don't know if non-league's going ahead.
No, I don't think it is.
So
I will.
I know the EFL was cancelled, grassroots was cancelled, so is non-league cancelled. So,
let me just get my contacts up.
But non-league clubs, that could be very problematic for non-league clubs. You know, they might be relying on the gate for that.
Yeah,
just literally to pay this week's bills. They've probably bought the food in, ready for tomorrow. That's going to go to waste.
Little things like that don't matter. You know what I mean? You're not being flippant now. You're right, because it's, you know, you're on such a tight budget.
Non-league clubs, they'll have paid for programs.
Yeah.
So that has to be done Monday generally. So program printing be a couple of £100. Food would probably be a grand or so, maybe. You know, beer probably isn't going to spoil for an extra week. But like for some places that only has the bar for the football team, that might be problematic. And there's tons of other little bits of stuff.
Like transport that you might have booked and paid for.
Yeah, you might not be able to get a refund on it. Like if you're playing an away game, it costs you like £1,200. It costs us £1,200 to go to hashtag.
Yeah.
Really?
On a coach, yeah.
That's a lot of money then.
Now, if we can, like, that game might be cancelled, but you might lose a deposit on that maybe. Like, there's a lot of non-league clubs that would struggle for that, and I think, you know, the FA coming down and doing that. I think there's a few things playing into this. You know, I saw you talking about Dips. I saw something she posted before as well, saying something about, you know, loads of people are about to get what they do cancelled. Some people are going to lose work this weekend. Some people are going to have paid for things that they can't then get a refund for, or you know, train tickets might be non-refundable, and we know how much expensive train tickets can get.
Yeah,
like you know, there's a cost of living crisis in this country, and they're talking about a state funeral that might cost in excess of $6 billion, which is insane to industry and stuff like that. And some people are getting jubilant about bank holidays and this, that, and the other. And you think, I don't know if that's what we need in the country at the moment.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and you know, everyone's sort of, like you're saying, feeling the pinch so much that wage you were going to get this weekend could be your shopping money next week to buy your food and stuff. I'm not being melodramatic. People are living day by day. Yeah. And it's like, you know, you can't afford to go without that paycheck or whatever. And that is a little bit concerning. And And let's not forget, you know, we're talking about postponing this as a mark of respect. These games can go ahead and you can show your respect. Listen, Manchester United isn't a club I would say is the most sort of pro-royalist type club you can think of. Yet, there was a minute's silence last night, impeccably observed.
Yeah.
There was black armbands, well, there was a sort of reverence. I know it just happened.
All the advertising on as well.
Yeah, there wasn't any pushback on that or people chanting through it or being silly.
No.
And yet, you know, we saw, obviously, other clubs took it a bit further. West Ham, I think, was singing the national anthem, whatever. If the games were ahead this weekend, I fully expect that, you know, the vast majority, if not all, would pay their respects in a meaningful, celebratory, commemorative way. So the idea that showing respect by not having these games is a good idea. It doesn't make any sense to me. Do you know what I mean? If it was like you saying, Steve, logistics, okay, I get that.
if it was a case of
But say it.
Yeah, say it.
We're not
Be honest
children,
about
no.
it, yeah.
say,
Just say,
listen,
look, yeah,
People
no.
can read between the lines.
thousands of people who we weren't expecting are now descending on Buckingham Palace. We've got other people doing things across the country. We haven't got the police that we thought we had planned for, which is understandable because it's something that, despite our age, wasn't expected. So that makes sense. But when you go in to show our respect, we're going to cancel all the things or postpone all the things you're looking forward to. And I've just got the statement here as well, Steve.
What team does she support?
I don't know.
You do. What team does she support?
Chelsea, I would have guessed.
Why would you say Chelsea?
I don't know.
Chelsea pensioners and the Royal Crest and all that sort of stuff. Go on. Paddock. FC.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I'll go and check our records for memberships.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm amazed he didn't say, yeah, knowing you. Go on.
I do have a member of the royal family, but it's not this royal family.
Right.
It's the Bahrain royal family.
Of course.
You know what?
Think about what team. What team do you think? So Harry supports Arsenal.
Right.
Will supports Villa.
Yeah.
Obviously grew up on the whole end. King Charles, I guess he is now, the third.
King Charles III. Ooh.
What team does he support? I think one of them you'll go, of course. But one of them, there's not a prayer you're going to get.
Right.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Palace.
No. Would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Queen's Park would have been a nice one as well.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Um,
Trying to think, like, what does it?
not West Ham.
Really?
She
I mean,
supports.
of course it is.
I always thought West Ham would be a bit,
A bit what?
it's a bit working class in it, West Ham.
It is.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
But if I said to you, which club's the biggest flag shaggers?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you think of the ones that, like West Ham, I think, was singing the national anthem last night. That makes sense anyway, even if she didn't support them.
But yeah, so she's a West Ham fan.
Right.
You're never getting. Because I went, what? This, like, has someone fucking edit his Wikipedia page here or what? Like,
Hang on, Prince of Wales. So is it like
yeah, so
Cardiff?
you're thinking Cardiff, Swansea, maybe, I
Yeah.
don't know, someone like Merthyr Tydfil or something.
Yeah.
Just to be weird. Nope.
So Charles,
I will give you a
us
clue.
because we just
It's in the northwest, which for starters is wild.
Like, fucking Accrington Stanley or something.
Who?
Accrington
exactly,
Stanley.
yeah. Someone in the production side of things has said Blackburn,
You're on the right track.
Wigan.
No.
Bolton.
Imagine Wigan.
Burnley.
Burnley.
No.
Oh,
The King, which is mad to say, innit? The King supports Burnley.
can we change the thumb, please? Yeah.
I don't think he's ever been
We
to
are
Turf
led
Moor.
by a man who supports Burnley. Is this happening?
How
How
cool
is
is
this
that?
happening?
Google it.
No, listen, it's one of those, it's too crazy not to be true. Right, I'm going to
King
Google it.
Charles III.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what I'm doing there.
Maybe they'll name
How
a
has
stand
that
after
happened?
him or something.
I don't know the backstory, and I will endeavour to find out the backstory if I can.
Right, yeah. So this is in the Daily Star, so it must be true. New King of England, Charles, supports Burnley. And
It's in quoto.
Yeah, supports Burnley as in,
Allegedly.
how have Burnley got on? Oh, they've won, oh, great.
Yeah.
And here's one for you. Has a season ticket, admittedly a VIP season ticket.
Now,
Says-
I want to know what a VIP season ticket is at Burnley because
in Burnley, it's prob-
£14.86
because like
comes with a free pie. It's on polystyrene though.
Yeah.
You
Your
get a bit
Majesty.
under the roof in the VIP section of Burnley. Do you know what I mean? All right, so here we go. It says here, despite being born in Buckingham Palace, London, just in case you wonder where Buckingham Palace is, King Charles is...
Where was he educated?
Didn't they ship him off to Wales at some point?
Scotland.
Oh yeah, that like
Boarding
boarding
school.
school
Yeah.
where
Really?
they like dead horrible to him and stuff in it.
Really?
Yeah, because his dad went there, didn't he?
Oh. How the other half live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in 2012, it came to light that the newly installed king was a Claret supporter. When doing charity work in the area, I love this. This is the sort of thing when I used to be a local reporter, they'd have you out doing. Do you know what I mean?
This is the way Sylvester Stallone supports Everton. or
Everton,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when they brought him out on the Everton pitch? He's got his flag, his scarf upside
Tom
down.
Hanks is a Villa fan as well, I think.
Yeah. Did you see why he was a Villa fan?
Nope.
Brilliant. He was on Jonathan Ross and they said like, hey, you're a Villa fan. And he went, yeah, I love the Villa and all that. And they said, why? And he said, I was at an event in England and they had the telly on and I saw that Villa had lost 3-0 to Blackburn upon Twee or something, he said. And I felt sorry for him. So I thought I'm going to start supporting him. He said, I've never been or anything, but I hope they do well. And then all the Villa fans have jumped on it and then they've got a big picture of him at Villa Park saying,
Shut up now.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like I've literally been to
What
more
do you do if
Villa
you're
games
Burnley
than I have.
now? If you're Burnley now, and
you're naming a stand, surely.
Yeah,
Surely. I mean, they're in discussions for statues at this point.
gotta be.
Yeah.
You
I
make a
mean-
throne in the VIP thing.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
You'd have,
Reserved
but
for
you'd
His
have like a
Majesty the
royal
King.
box or something,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Yeah. Maybe name some food and beverage items after him or
Like
something.
it. Now you're
I'm
thinking
going to
outside the
send
box.
you this.
Been in
I
London
mean,
a long time.
This is.
Have pre-printed shirts with King Charles on the back.
I don't even think the term tenuous does justice.
Yeah.
I'm going to send this to live producer, this picture, Ethan or Callum, whoever's on the, so you can make sure I've got the right picture there. So you can put this on the screen so we can see how King Charles fell in love with Burnley and became a passionate Burnley supporter.
Has he been to one game? That's all I need to know.
I don't think he
I
has,
don't think he
right?
has either.
And here's what they said, right? So when he was in Burnley in 2012 doing a bit of charity work,
Oh, is there a picture there of a shirt as well with HRH?
oh, sorry, I've given you the up there. I'll give you one picture. There's
He's
a better
actually
one.
at Turf Moor.
Yeah.
That's a start.
He's at Turf Moor.
And it looks like there's people there too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me send you this other
Did he
pic.
stay for the whole game?
I mean,
though?
in fact, there's a whole, there's loads of evidence here that he's a diehard Burnley fan. I've heard that he...
Man and boy, since 2012.
Yeah, and he's nothing... in his spare time, he goes down to Blackburn to fight.
I was going to make that joke.
Get into them dingles, he says. Anyone who don't get involved is getting served up when we get back to the palace. Yeah, so I'll send you a couple of pictures there. When you're ready, just throw them on the screen whenever you're ready. So, yeah.
Would it be good if he was an actual, like, football, like a proper football fan? That was the king.
Would it be good if he was like proper frontline hooligan for the Burnley firm? It was one way.
One for starters, mate. He's 73. Imagine also...
Also, he'd have to have like a whole army of like bodyguards around him if he was kicking off, wouldn't he? Because they're not going to
just to allow him to go up and just like hit one person and run.
They're not going to allow the king to fight at football. But it would be great if he did properly give a toss. Do you know what I mean? Like having something like that because
Fuming.
Maybe we'll see because
His
isn't
fucking
he
queen,
really...
his king's speech is like, and anyway, get stuck into these bastards tomorrow, lads. Come on, you can't tell me that's not amazing. The king's speech on his big fucking gold piano, right? And he's like, and listen, we need 3 fucking points tomorrow. We got to get out of the bottom 3. Like,
that would be elite. That would be. I'm not a royalist. That'd get me on board. It would, even if it's Burnley. I don't particularly like Burnley. It'd just be funny.
it's one of them, innit? Like, all these famous people that random as fuck, like, really don't support anyone. They go for the most sort of, like, disarming. Like,
yeah.
William going for Villa.
Yeah. Didn't Cameron go for Villa and he forgot and got mixed up with West Ham once?
He's also claimed Newcastle. I think.
Yeah.
Tony Blair was Newcastle, wasn't
Yeah, because he didn't do header tennis with Kevin Keegan years ago. But he was asked about his charity work in the area when he went there, Prince Charles, or King Charles, I should say now, why he had chosen the Lancashire club. He responded, Burnley's been through some very challenging times, and I'm trying to find ways of helping to regenerate and raise aspirations of self-esteem in that part of the world. Here's some pictures of King Charles. There you go. It's a new signing. Here we go. His Royal
Oh no, there
Highness.
are no people there.
Is that a Burnley
on
badge
one.
on his shirt as
There
well?
you go. He's with
Oh, he's the
some
top
people from the local area. So, yeah, he's diehard. Yeah, he's part of the Turf Moor massive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I would never have guessed that in a million years. Oh yeah, I've got another one. This is even better one. There's loads of pictures. Here's one. He's absolutely.
To be fair, they're all on the same day.
Buzzing. Yeah.
To be fair though,
It's not like an annual visit that they've got loads of pictures
to be
from.
fair though, I've seen.
If you're Burnley, you're on the phone though today, aren't
Oh
you?
yeah.
Like, listen,
We'd like to invite you.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're opening a toilet or something. Like,
Yeah.
whatever you want to open, we're opening it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen certain Manchester United influencers doing stuff like this, haven't we? To be fair, loads of pictures on the same day make it look like they've been there loads. You know what I'm on about.
Yeah, Maka.
Didn't want to say it. But yeah. It's only been once. He just took loads of pictures when he went.
In 1997.
Yeah. So we've got another picture there that we can share. So there's a bit of randomness. In fact, get involved. Give us your random football supporters. Who supports who? Don't make it up. It's got to be true. And we'll have a look at that.
They're
You've got
gonna
to
lie.
Well, that's true. They are
You
gonna
did,
lie.
I know you said no lying, but they're gonna lie.
They are going to, but we can check it out, can't we? Because usually there are some sort of, there's evidence or there's an interview or there's some sort of thing behind it. I wanted to read out, just while we were finding out of a picture, the statement, because you asked about the grassroots, and it says here, this is from the FA.
Steps 1 and 6, yeah. And Grassroots.
Yeah, so it's tiers 3 to 7. Matches across all grassroots football in England will be postponed. We know about the Premier League, the EFL as well. And then there's obviously some messages there. So they've gone down that route of postponing it. The funeral's next week after next, isn't it? On the Monday, so there could be more postponements. I'm thinking.
Is it Monday? Is it confirmed?
That's my brother's wedding.
Is it
Monday? Yeah, the 19th.
Yeah. We've got the other Show the other picture of that. Look at that. Hey,
he's buzzing.
He's absolutely loving life at Surfshark.
Oh, is that like a commemorative pen there or something they're giving him, or what is that in that box? It looks a bit.
Yeah. Didn't even know they had pens in Burnley.
Yeah, if I'm Burnley today, I'm making a throne out of one of the directors' boxes.
Yeah.
You're
knocking through to make one big box.
That, aren't you? Hey, do you know what I mean? You've got to make the most out of that one. The King supports Burnley. Yeah, so I think...
Has he ever been? Don't ask questions you don't want to answer.
Yeah, don't worry about that. He's been enough. Yeah. He knows where it is.
So. It's a long journey for him from London, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cut him some slack.
What laws can you enact as a king? Because I'm thinking, if you're a Burnley fan, how are you fucking Blackburn around? On Derby Day, like legal to just fucking smash.
Have you ever been to the
Blackburn
East Lancashire Derby?
Jay, no.
Right. I don't know why I asked you that. Sorry. I thought I was talking to Andy Mitten for a minute. I used to cover it in my job. I think it's the most arrests per person, or like, you know, in terms of ratio in the country.
And also black pudding.
Right, that makes sense. And if you ever go there, like, whichever ground it's at, because it's not that far away, it is like martial law. Like, you cannot just walk around. They have, like, 2,000 coppers or whatever. Everything's, like, you know, riot police and all that. It is proper violent. Like, unreal. And you wouldn't think it, because it's quite small. And there's only, like, 18,000, 20,000 per term or something?
Well, Blackburn.
Blackburn's about the same, innit? Do a minute away as well at Blackburn. First, Elmer Chin says, here from South Africa for my first away day. And
oh, see?
Oh.
Gutted. And you can't even offer him the Paddock consolation, can you? Come and watch you guys, because you're not on either.
We're going to do shooting practice tonight if you want to go to Turn Moss and stand there and get pissed down, because it's well raining.
Matthew Callahan says, Mike Tyson, Peterborough United.
No. He wore a United shirt, didn't he? Just for wind-up merchant stuff, I think. Do you ever see the interview he's done with Ricky Hatton? Ricky Hatton's explaining that he's a City fan. He's like, who's this Manchester City?
Oh, yeah.
Heard of Manchester United, but never Manchester City.
That's good.
He's good at the boxing ones.
Yeah.
Jake Hammond says, Amanda Holden supports Everton. I mean, that could be true. That doesn't really sound that...
I have no comment to make whatsoever.
I think these are all made up, which is fine. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
The funny, Hugh Jackman supports Norwich City.
I think that might be true.
Boney M was a Spartak Moscow supporter. Right,
The entire group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ross Murphy says, Stephen Howson's impressions, laughing emoji. Patrick Stewart supports Huddersfield. Yeah.
I can buy that.
Yep.
Shot by Kieran says, I'm manager of an under-8s team and our game has been cancelled tomorrow. Yep, I think there's a few of them. It's happened with it, and it's one of them.
Apparently, I don't remember this happening at the time. I had a match, and I remember doing a minute silence for when Diana passed away. We had a tournament, and it was
that was 97, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was the 31st of August, 97.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Which means the Premier League would have been on that weekend. I don't know if that's a Sunday or a Saturday. Was it a Saturday night? Sunday morning?
It was a Saturday night, because I remember I went raving, got back to my mate's house. We was in his kitchen.
Obviously.
Right.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. 3 a.m. in the kitchen, you know what was going down.
Yep.
And then...
How much are you going to get for this kettle?
Yeah. The news came up that Dodie was dead at first and Diana was, like, seriously injured. And then we were like, well, then you feel yourself, going straight under.
Yeah.
Like, because normally you wouldn't care, but you've had a few disco biscuits and all of a sudden, the world's crumbling. And then it came out that Diana had passed away. And then, yeah, we spent, the next few hours doing what she would have wanted.
I got a full-on lecture for not remembering that Diana had died. Like, my mum had a full-on... Like,
how old were you at the time? Because I was 17.
3. She was like, what do you mean you don't remember? I was like, well, 3-year-old Angelina
13,
was not...
12, 13, yeah, 13.
Black Wolf, thanks for your super chat. There's nothing on it. Yeah, I'm not going to read some of these. Mike, I almost went to that. I thought, oh no, I won't.
Which one? You don't know that for sure.
No. George Clooney supports Derby County. James Barber says Stephen Howson is a Green Bay Packers fan.
Yeah, man and boy since last year.
Passion. DB Cooper says, Jay, can you please ask Ange to do her Mike Tyson impression?
I couldn't even.
Do you do a Mike Tyson
No,
impression?
I've not. I'm not known for doing one. So. No.
Santa Not says Cameron Diaz is a Brentford fan.
I reckon that's probably true.
Tom Hanks, big Villa fan. Yeah,
Yeah, keep up. It was only 20 minutes ago.
Did you actually listen to what's going on over here? What we spoke about that? I did like an anecdote about it.
United
good
got some weird
anecdote.
ones. Google celebrity United fans. Let's see who the
Oh,
weirdest
yeah,
United
you always
one
get
is.
some weird ones.
Because
yeah.
you're just like, nah.
Do you know what? Right, other than obviously present company accepted, but we've got some horrible fans.
Yeah.
Celebrity fans. Some of our celebrity fans. Right, top of the list. Eamon Holmes. Yeah, there you go. Can't stand it.
Usain Bolt's a good one.
Yeah, Usain Bolt's mint.
Yeah,
I like
that is a
Russell
good
Watson.
one.
He's Earlham's finest. He goes to the
I
same
know
school
his,
as my kids. Oh, he went to the same school as my kids, obviously.
How old is he now?
I
Exactly, yeah.
went to school
misspoke.
with one of his cousins or something.
Did you?
Yeah.
But there's one for your Twitter bio.
Yeah, there we go.
Went to school with Russell Watson's cousin. But that was like when we were picking a school for the kids. That was like one of her selling points. Russell Watson went to this school. oh, that case.
How old is he now? Oh, so it's 40 years ago.
Was he the one that was on
Cool.
I'm a Celeb not that long ago?
Yeah, he's an opera singer. We've got Justin Timberlake.
Have we?
Yeah, I'm going to question this one. Steve Coogan, yep.
Superb.
Steve's going to give you a little bit of insight. Ian McShane.
Lovejoy.
Lovejoy. Also, his dad, I think, or his uncle played for United in the 50s. Gary Rhodes.
Chef, isn't it?
Is he?
I think he might have passed away.
I think he's part. I don't want to be, not being funny. Tom York, the musician.
Was he R.E.M.?
Get out. Radiohead.
Same thing.
Right, hang on a minute. Where's the big man? Ulrika Johnson. Really? Since when? Kim Marsh. That shows you, doesn't it, how far Mick Hucknall's fallen. He doesn't even make the top 10.
I know, I was going to say, where is
the
he?
top 10.
Well, it's just 10, a list of 10 celebrity. I presume, I didn't know if it was. Yeah, it's top 10 celebrity fans. Bleacher Report.
Bleacher Report.
Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, there's a better one here. Because there's about to say there's one they missed off. Right, so you've got 10.
Megan Fox. See, that's a load of fucking old house.
Right, look, this is elite. This is elite.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Right, number 10 is Megan Fox on the list of top
Number
10.
9's pretty good.
Rey Mysterio is number 9. This is amazing. Someone's just making this up, aren't they? Number 8 is Justin Timberlake. Apparently, he's attended plenty of games at Old Trafford.
Has he, though?
Yeah, and he's been spotted in a Manchester United kit on social media. Maybe does like a P. Diddy thing where he wears different kits for different occasions, or Snoop Dogg does that, doesn't he? Rory McIlroy.
I've seen him at the game.
Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, but I've heard he's quite a legit fan.
Stormzy. My eldest daughter got a picture of Stormzy at Old Trafford, and the woman next to me, Mrs., said, "Look, how are you doing now?"
No, shut up.
She did, and Mrs. went, "That's Stormzy."
He's regularly there, though.
I know, he is.
Yeah,
he's like
regular.
he's a proper fan. He's not
Yeah.
one of these. He's like an actual fan. Right. I think this deserves an asterisk next to it. I'm questioning the validity of this one, but this is the list I have to read. So
How's anyone told him about what's going on with the Glazers, by the way?
Stop.
Can I
That
read it
ain't
out?
true.
Please read it out, Steve.
Number 5 on a top 10 celebrity. Single, please, thank you. Number 5 on a top 10 celebrity Manchester United fans is Kim Jong-un. I've got no comment to make on that whatsoever.
Wait a minute.
Probably a better owner than the Glazers.
This is the best. This is the most bizarre description of Kim Jong Un I've ever read in my life. This isn't how I describe him, by the way.
I think it's how he describes him.
Yeah, I think has he written this? The enigmatic leader of North Korea has often remained tight-lipped on a lot of things, but one thing that's made public frenzy was his reported affection for the Red Devils. What? I'm writing for North Korea here now.
I'm
what?
going to need to see some evidence of this.
Yeah.
And it goes on to say,
Has he ever tweeted up the fucking Reds?
yeah, exactly. Have you ever seen him?
Has he ever fucking hashtag Glazer out or what?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him in the Stretford end. Many sources have also claimed that the autocratic leader sought to purchase the club from the Glazers. It gave just the incentive for the tabloids and papers in England to take the mickey out of the situation, yeah, because they always need an incentive, don't they? Floyd Mayweather, he did that to wind a pattern, didn't he, Floyd Mayweather?
1,000%.
Yeah. Usain Bolt, he is a proper fan. MS Dhoni, the iconic Indian captain, is another cricketer who supports and follows the Red Devils. Number 1, Elon Musk. Now, he did a tweet.
This list is shit.
Yeah.
I want to know who out of Corey is a fan. This is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corrie.
I want all the shit ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's got to be some Corrie fans.
Right,
as
yeah.
well.
This website.
That one, definitely. I've been on this one
Yeah.
before.
Pride of Manchester website.
Oh,
Yeah.
number 1, Aaron Starkey. Shout out Slow Readers Club.
Yes, your mates.
There you go.
A-
Adam Thomas, was in Emmerdale.
Yep. Adrian
This is the
Morley.
list we're here for.
Adrian
Yeah.
Morley. I've interviewed him. Top man. The rugby league player.
Burke,
Alexandra
the
Burke.
one that
yeah.
reckons
Sure
that
what?
she created. There's an elephant in the room.
Really?
So she had a song called "Elephant in the Room," and she genuinely apparently believed that she created that entire metaphor.
Have you
from
got any
the
evidence
song.
that she didn't?
That's like Brittany with her 6-second 100 metres, isn't it? Did you ever see when she posted that? Hey, that is amazing. I love that, honestly.
So yeah, we need to get Alexandra.
This
Burke
is
Can we
on
get
Go on.
Adrian Morley on the Brew? Adrian Morley
Course we can.
was my icon growing up as a rugby league player.
He's mint him. I've interviewed him, and I remember doing the Challenge Cup final and was like in the Wigan dressing room, whatever. In the Wigan dressing room.
Yes.
Do you know when the class of
Tyrone.
'92 played Salford? When Salford was bought by the class of '92 lads, they had a game at the AJ Bell. Do you remember?
Yeah.
We got behind the scenes access. Like we actually got dressing room access, and it was like skulls and gigs and all the rest of that sort of stuff. And I was a little bit cool for school, and I was a bit over getting a selfie or anything with these. And then Adrian Morley walked past, and I fucking emptied it, and I was like, "Fucking come here."
Love that. I've had a message from Ronaldo Brown who says this.
Yeah, but he done.
Right.
Actually, come on, have a sniff. Sandalwood, Jay.
Smells lovely, that. Ronaldo Brown, who's recently turned 24, because he loves a troll.
He's also
mate.
joined the human race recently, apparently, as well.
I don't even want to know. He says, read Justin Lloyd's comment, and Justin Lloyd's comment is, tell Steve his beard looks like it stinks.
Doesn't matter what it
doesn't.
looks like.
It smells lovely.
It smells of sandalwood because I waxed it.
He don't miss a trick, does he, Ronnie? He's just waiting for the one in. Get on that. Hey.
You think he'd have Oh,
You were in his bad butts you the other day anyway. You had to be prompted to wish him happy birthday.
I said happy sweet 16. Hope you have a good day. Like what?
Alexandra
what have I
Burke.
done?
Babe.
Alexander
Andrew
Burke.
Knott, who's he?
No, Tyrone off Corrie's on there as well.
Of course he is.
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
And Andy Wyman.
Top lad, Andy Wyman. We're going to get him on the Brew, actually. We need to message him back. We're not spoken to him for it.
I'll tell you something off air about Andy Wyman. Crawler.
Is it going to be something where I go, we're not getting him on?
Oh yeah,
No,
Crowler's
we're
not on
definitely
any of
getting
them
Monster.
lists.
Crawler, the best fighter ever.
Brad Pitt.
I need
What?
receipts.
Brian Blessed. That's what I'm here for.
Bill Oddie. What's funny about a body?
Bugsy Malone.
Bugsy Malone,
I
yeah.
don't think that's true. I think he's a City fan.
I
Is
think
it?
he's a City fan as well. H is a United fan.
Yeah, H is a United fan.
Clive Tildesley.
Conor McGregor.
There was a picture of him as a kid.
Danny Boyle. Love Danny Boyle.
See, these are the ones that you're here
Leanne
for. innit?
Sanderson, she is.
Santan Davey is. Remember when he tweeted,
Yeah.
I can't tweet again until all he's gone. And then,
Yeah.
and then we kept winning, so he did tweet. Derek Chisora, he is. He wore a 1985 Manchester United shirt in his fight, or before his fight against
There's some
Klitschko.
fucking random. Fred Dunn, obviously.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury, yeah. Gaz Whelan, I know him. Goldie, apparently. Jeffrey Boycott, who gave the best interview on MUTV you will ever see. Have you ever seen that?
It's awful.
It's like, why they let him on MUTV, the official channel of the club, I will never know. But it is gold.
A lot of Jamies.
Yeah, and I don't really recognise many of them. Oh, James Nesbitt, yeah, we know he's a big United fan.
Jamie Moore.
He's done all the bits. Jamie Moore, yeah, good lad. Jennifer Saunders.
Anyway, this is really shit telly.
Yeah, sorry. Well, you stop reading them out then, that didn't help.
I was interested.
John Cooper Clark, John Virgo, John Squire.
Cooper Clark, right?
Julia Roberts.
Hands down, the best voice in Manchester.
100%.
Did I just read Julia Roberts?
Yeah, Julia Roberts.
Obviously.
She's a massive United fan.
Pretty Woman was filmed in Ancoats.
Yeah, it was.
What are you laughing at?
Of course it was, yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
She loves United.
Yeah.
Guess who her favourite player was?
Go on.
Oh, have a guess.
I don't know.
Have a guess.
Have a guess. I don't know. Paul Scholes. I ain't got a clue.
Yeah.
There's no way it wasn't Norman Whiteside. You're full of shit. She was massive in the 80s. It was clearly Big Norm.
Yeah, it's got to be Big Norm there. These just make Michael Everton, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Michael Lavelle, yeah, there's loads of there, but they're all like, there's a right mix. Ollie Mears, oh God. Anyway, any road. Talking of Manchester United,
We wasn't.
Droylsden's finest, made his
Oh, yeah.
debut yesterday. Thought that'd perk you up, wouldn't it? Great. That was the only good bit of news last night. What was a bit of a shit show at Old Trafford. Seeing Charlie McNeill.
That's tipped the balance. So now it's serial killers 15, United players 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Droylsden has a reputation, some would say warranted, for being home to a lot of serial killers. Great to see Charlie McNeill getting on. He might get some opportunities this season because we can't buy anyone. We've got a 37-year-old striker. We've got another one who's made of glass at the minute. And we've got Marcus Rashford playing down the middle, who's doing all right, but he can't play every game. No. So hopefully Charlie McNeill will get a few games. And
especially Moldova next week. I'd throw him in.
Yeah, it was great to see. Got a lot of time for Charlie McNeill. And yeah, it's probably a season before I expected. I thought next season he might, because I'm a big fan of his, but I just thought it might be a bit too soon. But, little cameo last night, and hopefully it's the first of many, because there's a lot to like about him. He absolutely loves scoring goals, doesn't he, at every level. Was it City when he
only scored 600 goals at City.
Yeah, I thought that was a typo when I read that. It wasn't. He just kept scoring goals. Came to United, kissed the badge against City when he scored against them as well, which is great to see. And long may it continue. I mean, there wasn't much to shout about last night, was there? But him getting a bit of a chance.
Well, do you know what? It's one of those, isn't it, that you hope ends up being a trivia question in years to come, because it means he's gone on and achieved something. Who did Charlie McNeill make his debut against?
Yeah.
Real Sociedad in the Europa League. Did he score? Did he fuck? But 194 goals later, who knows?
That tells you what he's doing in training as well, doesn't it? Ten Hag doesn't just dish out debuts to nobody, to anyone. He's obviously doing the right things in training, and
wasn't on the tour, was he either? Or did he go on the tour? I can't remember. He didn't feature. I know that.
Play. But I've spoken to a few people who know Charlie McNeill, and he, from what Gary does, not ITK by any stretch of imagination, I'm not, but he does put in the effort in training as well. And
a big family of Reds.
Yeah, massive.
Which I think if he ever does score, you might go, there they are.
But I love that as well, because all of them were on Twitter. Loads of them were on Twitter last night, like buzzing. Which you'd be buzzing, wouldn't you? If your cousin or your brother or whatever playing for Manchester United.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
No.
I want to know. I mean, people go, "Oh, you favour academy players?" Yeah, I do. Right, yeah. I'm no bones about it. If I know that, it doesn't matter where they're from. If you grew up, if Garnacho seemingly is a United fan growing up, idled Cristiano Ronaldo growing up, when he scores for United, it's going to go off because he's going to go off.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when you know that them or their dad have stood in the Stretford end, the feeling that they're going to have, and they've done everything that we want to do. All of us, even Jay now still there is going, I bring the boots sometimes, just on the off chance. You know what I mean? You never know, right?
I love as well, it gets so specific, this thing with you love academy players, you love them when they're from Manchester, but when they're from your area, that's even better. That's like an added,
listen,
one of your own.
Clip this up right now. I am never going to criticise anything he does ever. I am driving the bandwagon and the propaganda wagon for him. It's over. That's it. It's 10 out of 10 last night. And it'd be 10 out of 10 for the next 48 games he plays. Even when they fuck him off on loan, fucking Oldham or whatever, it'd be the biggest mistake this club's ever made. I make no apologies either.
I kind of agree, right? And I kind of feel like I've got it. And maybe I shouldn't even say this, but I was walking to Old Trafford once, and I was with my missus and my kids, and someone's staring at me. And I'm always a bit wary. They're going to be like, yes, Jay, love what you do, or...
Is it going to be like that woman when you went to Leeds away?
Oh, yeah. Spitting on me and racially abused me. And he went...
It's your fault for going Leeds.
That was before I left my house. And he says, hey, when are you bringing back the academy review? And I was like, oh, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I love it. Where you talk about our Charlie? I went, Charlie went, yeah. And he pointed, and there's Charlie McNeill. And I'm his dad, and went, all right. Like, I'm never criticising him again.
Yeah.
Which we didn't, because we praised him because he was banging in the goals for fun. But now I'm with Steve. Do you know what? I love what you said, Steve, a few years ago. Especially with the academy and the youngsters, you should get behind him. Get behind him. And I'm not saying you can be just blind to all the players at United. You can't. When players deserve criticism, deserve it. But for the youngsters coming through, we should be supporting them.
You've got to see them do well.
Yeah, it's difficult. They're coming into a world of social media where a lot of them are on social media. They're seeing those comments about them that can be getting in their head. They're watching YouTube and they're seeing, if you're having a go at some 18-year-old because he's, had a bit of a stinker or whatever, it ain't going to help him.
No.
And it's the sort of thing that can actually affect them. Do you know what I mean? Someone like Cristiano Ronaldo ain't going to be bothered if someone on Instagram saying he's rubbish. Some of these youngsters will, and it's like, what are we doing here? We're United fans or not? Well, last time I checked, we are. So I think you're right, and I'm not apologising for getting behind the youngsters. I think it's only the right thing to do.
That's who we are as a fucking football club.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the first time George Best gets on the pitch and he misses a fucking step over and he goes out for a throw-in or something like that? I'm like, fuck him off.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I saw it with Marcus on his debut against Midtjylland, where we used to sit in Jay, And you know, for the Europa, like the different people turn up, don't they? That aren't the usual. You know, everyone who sits around you when you got a season ticket. And there was these two guys, and they'd obviously been on the beer all day, and they're levered. And Marcus is making his debut. He's 18 years old. You get him behind him, aren't you, the kid, because he'd sort of been leapfrogged, hadn't he, into the team.
Oh, he was nowhere.
He was nowhere near it. And he's having a bit of a ropey one in the first half, and they're hammering him like fucking shit, like absolutely crucifying the kid. And people were telling him to pipe down and shut up, and then he bangs in 2 goals, and they fucked off. They literally left with like 20 minutes to go. What are you even doing here? Is that? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's
That's
You're
the
just
best
there
point.
to heckle. Yeah.
Everyone watches an academy player score and feels it, I think. Like, we've had some brilliant academy debut goals as well. You know, from, I mean, Makeda, not really academy, he was bought, wanted, but like, you know, from Makeda coming on and scoring to James Wilson scoring. And like, it's mint when you watch an academy player score a goal. It's just something so pure about the celebration.
Yeah.
They've worked like pretty much their entire
Lives.
to do that.
Sacrificed a
Mint.
lot, like
What's
putting a lot of work.
the,
Yeah.
What's the biggest one you've got wrong, academy-wise?
I'm flawless, Jay.
Yeah. is the video evidence that says otherwise? Because the might be. I don't know.
Fosu Mensah went a bit bananas on, but that was
I remember
injuries.
me and you did a video once, and I said, "What about Pogba and Fosu Mensah in midfield?" He said, "You're not allowed to do that, Jay. It's too good." And I agreed. I
thought Angel could have done a bit more, but he's playing
was
first
the one where
team.
you
Yeah.
He's playing first team football in France, top flight. I mean, he's not exactly
True.
doing bad.
was the one where you went this kid.
That was definitely a name that I was a little bit disappointed. Like I expected a little bit more. My hopes were maybe a little bit too high. But like you say, you know, it's not like he's doing terribly now. I don't know.
Rossi.
Yeah, Simon. I mean, I'm a bit older than you lot. Simon Davis. Yeah. I was telling people that had listened. Thankfully, there wasn't social media or any photographic or video evidence of it. Forget Beckham and Scholes and all them lot. It's Simon Davis who's making this team.
Which in fact, Nicky Butt was a superstar in that team.
Yeah.
Nicky Butt was unreal
Yeah.
in that 92 side.
Yeah. And he had the physicality that some of the others didn't until a bit later, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because Beckham was a bit skinny, wasn't he? And Scholes was tiny, but Butt was like a man. Was he 19 or something when he played at the new camp?
17, I think he might have been.
Jesus wept.
No, he couldn't have been 17.
He must. I'm thinking 19.
Yeah,
but
I
I might
think
be
he
wrong.
was a teenager, I think.
Yeah, thrown in there, you know, with a bunch of resis because the 3 foreigners were.
Yeah, anyway, Roy Keane can't play because he's Irish, and Ryan Giggs can't play despite being homegrown because he's Welsh, and Dennis Irwin can't play, and Matt Hughes
Shockey can't play,
Shockey
Scottish.
can't play, and Schmeichel can't play. So Gary Walsh, Nicky Butt, Phil Neville, good old lads.
Yeah, what? We're playing our reserves at Barca away. We've got
Who've
him.
they got? They got Stoichkov, Romario.
They're arguably the greatest team ever. Do you know what I mean? It was like we were lucky we only got beat 4-0.
Absolute shagging.
Divine says, why did Angelina, you're getting absolutely criticised there, and rightly so, not continue the new podcast with Alexis from ESPN? I love R and Joe, but I was looking up to something fresh. Well, Angelina's got a new podcast with Kirsty.
I know, still here.
So she's still here. Yeah, don't worry.
You told Ange what we had as a name for that podcast.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay, just asking.
And I'm certainly not going to do it now. You
Okay.
can discuss that later.
Okay.
It was nothing bad.
No, the podcast is still going.
Yeah. Going strong.
Yeah. No, we're still doing it.
Kirsty pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah.
How
So,
long she got left?
Not long. Weeks.
yes, we might have had to postpone a few things because Kirsty's,
Yes.
gone and got herself pregnant.
Got a
bit
little
rude.
Lissandro
you
Shelton
know what
on
I
the
mean?
way, or what?
Yeah.
You what, sorry?
Little Lissandro Shelton on the way, or what?
Yeah. So, when Kirsty's back from maternity, I presume, is it going to
Yeah.
be post-baby or
Is what going to be posted?
the next episode?
Well, yeah, I would imagine. I don't really want to just like carry on and just leave her, high
No,
and dry with the baby.
you're not going to do it on your own, are you? You're not going to do it with someone else. You're going to do it together, you two.
No, yeah,
that's
of
the plan.
course. Like we're
So-
not going to leave her, behind and just sack her off and bring someone else in.
No. But you've had some
So, yes.
some good guests on there, man. So go and check out. That'll be coming back soon. Well, whenever Kirsty's ready. Abhinav Verma says, oh, right. I heard Old Trafford Roof was also mourning. Old Trafford Roof, there was all these pictures, videos doing the rounds of leaks, weren't there, in the roof?
First time it's proper rained in a bit.
You know what? It's
Which
like,
is not excusing it. Like, it shouldn't be pissing leaking, should it? Let's be honest. But like,
no,
we've had loads and loads of dry games recently, and it absolutely tipped it down the last couple of days.
There's a link in the chat as well for our merchandise. Make sure you check it out. People asking about the mugs you can see here. You've got the Martinez one, you've got the Ten Hag one, you've got another Ten Hag one. We've got all sorts of different merchandise. There's a link in the chat. Go and check it out. Got mugs, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies. You get 20% off if you buy 2 or more items. Use the code Paddock20.
I've got a request.
Of course.
I want a Charlie McNeill, Drosden's top serial scorer.
Okay.
I want killer crossed out and scorer.
We'll discuss this.
No, we won't. We're doing it. Get it done. Graphics guy, get it done. How many we sold?
Who are you
One.
shouting to? Graphics guy.
Do we not have a graphics guy?
Shows how often you come down here.
Game's
You're not the
fucking
graphics
gone,
guy
lads.
for about 12 months. Graphics guy. Hurry up with that, Brew. Right. We will do something. Yeah. Okay. We'll discuss it.
Are we going to go overboard on another youngster? Fucking right we are.
Yeah, we are. Do you know what? I don't make any apologies for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, all
Fuckers are living a dream.
Yeah. Mate, it's good that to say, innit? Jake Hammond says, I'm an Arsenal fan. You are funny to watch. Thanks, Jake.
Not as funny as you are.
Okay. Have you got Jake? Have you got over the loss to us yet?
Oh, you're
Because
still
that
going
was
on about
the
fucking
meltdown of
fouls.
all meltdowns.
Oh, some
wasn't
of the
it?
meltdowns down in London were
'cause you're down
so
there now, aren't you?
enjoy. Like people
Like
were
him,
voice
he's there
noting me
watching
like
it.
when Saka scored, like yeah, and it's just like it just went dead silent. I was just sending like a gif of like listening, like, are you alright? Like, has something happened to you? Have you got nothing else to say now? It was very, very enjoyable. Yeah.
Your Mancunian self
Yeah.
must create so much shit in London.
Yeah.
Because there's a Sarky Mancunian
Oh,
bird
people
twang to
cannot
stuff, yeah.
people cannot keep up with the banter. They cannot keep up with the roastings. Yeah, it's a struggle.
How did he
It
get
is a
on?
struggle.
No disrespect, Ange, me and you go way back. How did he get on with the resting bitch face? Because you've got talk about serial killers. I used to work with Ange. I used to sit opposite her, and sometimes I used to say to her, "Have I done something wrong to you?"
Yeah, because I
She'd
have
look
a
across the
fuming
table
face,
like
yeah.
she was gonna jump across there and stab me in the eye with a pen. And
I
that's
might
just
have
like,
considered
nah,
it a
it's just
few
my
times,
face.
to
Yeah,
be
that's
honest.
to be fair.
But
yeah,
yeah,
almost did happen.
no, I've not had that many bad reports about the resting bitch face. I think maybe because in London people are very like busy and like fuming anyway, so maybe more people have that kind of face. I don't know, but no, I've been doing all right. But yeah, I've been causing a bit of havoc, obviously, to the Arsenal fans because even winding Darren Bent up and stuff
it's an
like
easy
that.
fight,
that's
though.
all-
Hello, name
that's
dropping
all,
away.
yeah,
Listen,
name
Rio
dropping.
Ferdinand.
I know.
Hey?
You see the state
So,
of Joel on Monday, though.
What's going on that channel anyway? I was in sunglasses and what was going on? Cake and everything going on. It was all chaos.
Me and Rio was eating cake.
Right, all right, I like that. I'll give you that one.
And literally just to rub it in Joel's face because he over celebrates. He's an Arsenal fan,
Yeah.
so he over celebrates. Everything's a crisis when it's not. And when they've won something, they're great. They beat 5 teams in relegation and then get smacked up by United.
It was one of them, wasn't it? It was like I felt if we'd have lost that going down there, it was a horrible feeling, wasn't it? Because it's like there's nothing worse than them lot.
Yeah.
Like, even with City, I hate City.
There's not loads of noise there.
No, and there's
You don't
like
really
there's only
bump
4
into
of them.
many of them.
You can
and
manage them.
You're used to it.
Yeah.
The Scousers, no one cares. They get, they're irrelevant because they just go berserk about anything all the time. But Arsenal fans is different. Something different there, isn't there? They just get so.
And a
giddy.
lot of the ones that I was talking to, like, oh yeah, I stopped watching after like whatever goal and stuff, and I'm just like, well, you're not even a proper fan anyway.
No.
I must call out one Arsenal fan that I know
Go on.
who claims to be, big Arsenal fan. Stopped watching the game halfway through, and also didn't even know that one of the players had gone on loan.
Bloody hell. Was he from an Arsenal fan from the noughties? What's going on with him? Hey.
I know.
Do you still think Wenger's the manager?
So that's what you're dealing with these Arsenal fans. They
I
claim they're
think-
fans, but they're not. End
Don't want
of.
to disturb you there.
Sorry,
When
it's-
you
it's-
finish,
it's-
do you know what I mean?
I'm having, for those that was wondering why Paddock didn't have a game, we're having absolute nightmares with facilities at the moment, and I've just had a message I need to action at the moment on it.
Right. Whilst he's actioning that message, Ange, where can people find you?
They can find me on the TalkSport Edge app. Obviously, find me on social media. Not that many people called Angelina Kelly, so yeah, search for everyone. Really?
I thought it'd have been loads.
No, it's not that many. I know one other Angelina in Manchester.
Right.
That's it.
You know her, she's your mate.
I do actually know of her, yeah. So I'm not like best mates with her.
But, you know
yeah,
what I mean? You say
I know
hello, you
of
see
her.
her and that.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
of
that's
course.
all
Yeah.
right. So go and check out the TalkSport Edge app, or you can see Ange on there doing God's work. Where are you nowadays? What are you up to?
Oh, the game's being called off. I don't know.
Spreading
I was
your
debating going
joy
doing
somewhere else.
Tough Mudder at weekend, but I'm not going to go and do it now because no one wants to do it.
What do you mean no one wants to do it?
It's like 125 quid to book it this late, so it's a bit spendy.
You don't need people with you, do you?
I'd rather not do it on my own because I'm liable to try and push too hard. Like I did a bit last night, I did a hike at midnight last night, and I found myself wanting to run loads of it, and I'm not allowed. So.
Don't do things by halves, you do, your son.
No, so if I don't do it with someone, to be like, easy.
Yeah.
And
you
run.
need a certain, no disrespect, you need a certain mental toughness to do something like with you.
What I'll end up doing is I'll end up running, I'll end up pulling something, and I'll be stuck in the woods on my own and not being able to get back. So I didn't want to do that.
That's probably for the best, to be fair. But hopefully, well, when games are back on, you can go and stay out Stretford Paddock. Go and check him out on Rio's channel and his own channel, of course. There's loads of channels he's on. And make sure you're subscribing to this channel too.
We got a video coming out in 5 minutes. The worry with Cristiano Ronaldo over on my channel.
On your channel?
Me.
What do you mean the worry with Cristiano Ronaldo?
Well, you'll find out if you click on the link, won't you?
Very good. Nice. So go and check that out. We've got an interview with James Ducker coming out on this channel as well. We got him from The Telegraph. We got him on a load of subjects as well, so make sure you check that out. Don't forget as well to subscribe and check out the merch and all that jazz. Ange, thanks for coming on the channel again. Always a
Thanks
pleasure.
for having me.
I think you're back on, aren't you, soon?
Yeah.
Hey?
Eyes
Getting our
peeled.
money's worth out of you now. You're in Manchester.
Yeah. Now I'm here for a bit.
Exactly. And you know where to find Steve. I'm Jay. This has been The Brew. Thanks for watching.